Rob and I are crazy close to one another. I mean, we've always been, but I do not have a relationship with Dream's mom. It's just hard to have a relationship with someone when they sue you for hundreds of millions of dollars.
If you keep seeing that everyone keeps taking advantage of you and advantage of you because you're just too nice, sometimes you got to just let a bitch know and remind them who the you are. So they're too afraid to take advantage of you. When I talk to him, very much like in love with her. Am I missing something? How long have they not been speaking for?
Khloé Kardashian is spiraling right now, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. Blac Chyna just sent the internet into chaos after dropping a cryptic hint that she and Rob Kardashian might have gotten back together. And if that wasn't messy enough, insiders are claiming baby number 2 could already be on the way. And after years of public drama, lawsuits, and courtroom shade, Blac Chyna might be back in the Kardashian family picture like nothing ever happened, and Khloe is reportedly losing her mind over it. Now, sources say Khloe feels completely blindsided and betrayed, especially since Chyna once tried to sue the Kardashians for over $100 million, accusing them of sabotaging her entire career. Yeah, their relationship has not quite recovered from that, and now Khloe's watching history repeat itself with the same woman. She can't stand walking right back into her brother's life. And if Chyna really is pregnant again, it's a move that's guaranteed to send Khloe over the edge. But what's $100 million amongst family? Oh, the drama didn't stop there because Tyga, who also shares a child with Chyna, has already jumped into the mix with some suspiciously shady post. Fans are convinced that he's throwing subtle shots about the situation, and the timing could not be messier. Y'all know the drama is about to get spicy. So let's get into what we got. Okay, so everybody knows that the thought of OG Chyna and Rob rekindling their romance is kind of insane to say the least, because fans started speculating that there might be something going on behind the scenes when Chyna posted these pictures and captioned them with, "This love is forever to infinity, Rob." And Rob clearly liked what he saw because he came out of hiding just to like the post. She hadn't publicly interacted with Rob in such a long time that fans started to read between the lines, wondering if this was more into the situation than a friendly co-parenting relationship. Well, as it turns out, there is more to it, because according to an insider, they've privately rekindled their relationship a couple of weeks ago. The insider went on to claim that Chyna making that post was her way of soft launching their new relationship. Well, not new to us, but newer to them. Something like that. But here's where the drama really comes in, because while a lot of fans are loving the idea of Rob and Chyna being back together as a newish couple, it turns out that the Kardashians are not here for it. Not one bit. And according to reports, the family found out about the relationship on social media just like the rest of us regular deaf folks, and they are fuming. Khloe in particular seems to be extra offended because she's always assumed that Rob was closer to her than he was to the rest of the family. And according to an insider, she's upset because he chose Chyna over his family, knowing how much they don't like her. But if she's mad about Chyna and Rob getting back together, then she's probably going to blow a gasket when she finds out about Chyna being Puego, allegedly. But word in the streets is that Chyna is pregnant with her and Rob's second child. And this is why they had to do this whole soft launch thing, because it would be kind of weird if they just popped up with the new baby out of nowhere. But y'all, a blonde item even confirmed the relationship, but claimed that Chyna is trying to lock Rob down because she's broke and she needs some of that money. The blonde item said the color country celebrity is broke. The child support is not all that much, and that clock is winding down on the payments. So she wants to hook up with a rarely seen reality star family member and lock him down. Now, this just took the drama up to 100, and it kind of explains why Khloe seems so opposed to Rob rekindling with Chyna. However, sources in the know are saying that Chyna is after Rob's money, and a particular insider isn't saying this is a love match. But plus, unlike his sisters, Rob isn't exactly raking in a whole lot of money himself, because it looks like all 3 of his businesses might have gone to a bust. But to be fair, his socks brand Arthur George might still be functional, even though there has been no updates on the brand's Instagram page since 2020. But the website still appears to be functional. I don't know, y'all. They do have a history of laundering. It could have been one of those schemes. But unfortunately, his other 2 businesses, Grandosa and Halfway Dead. Granda is a hot sauce company that he founded with his mom, Kris Jenner, in 2020. However, just like his sock company, the Instagram Instagram page is no longer active, but unlike the socks company, the website is now reportedly defunct and appears to have been shut down. According to reports, this didn't just happen out of the blue because there was a lot of complaints from customers before it got shut down. According to The Sun, some customers complained of missing orders before Rob appeared to have pulled the plug, with one writing on Instagram, "Is anyone else having issues with your order? I've tried all ways to get a hold of someone, but none of their contact options work." So there were other complaints saying stuff like, "Did you guys go out of business? I placed an order weeks ago because we love this hot sauce. I haven't received any update on my order. My emails to both support emails are being returned, and the phone number is also out of service." Well, the same goes for his street clothing brand, Halfway Dead, which he founded in 2018. According to The Sun, anyone who visits the website is now met with a message that reads, "This domain points to Shopify but isn't configured properly. There are no items listed for sale from Halfway Dead on Diamond Supply Co. website, while Halfway Dead LLC listed in California is now suspended," according to business details. Plus, the family recently announced that he's going to be making an appearance on the up-and-coming season of their show. And if that isn't an indicator of a recession, baby, and I don't know what is, because y'all know how much Rob hates filming that show. And fans have been saying that he's only coming back because he's gone broke. So that kind of throws out the whole theory of Chyna using him for money. But fans are convinced that the reason Khloe doesn't want them back together is that she still holds a major grudge against Chyna. And to be fair, Khloe might be valid on that, because y'all know that Chyna used to drag the Kardashians fulfilled. And after her split from Rob, Chyna took legal action against the Kardashian sisters, accusing them of targeting her online and sabotaging her career. She claimed that they were behind the sudden cancellation of Rob and Chyna after just one season, and that their behind-the-scenes trash talk made her persona non grata in Hollywood. So she filed a massive $18 million lawsuit against Khloe, Kim, Kris, and Kylie. Right before the trial kicked off, Turner went on Twitter and wrote, "I'm turning my focus toward my case against Kris Jenner and her daughters Kim, Khloe, and Kylie, which starts in 13 days. When they got my #1 show canceled back in January 2017, it hurt me financially, emotionally, and most of all, it hurt my kids. I'm taking them to court to show my children that right is right, wrong is wrong, and what they did was absolutely wrong." Now, I'm not saying that the Kardashians did or didn't get robbed trying to cancel, but nobody would be surprised if they actually did. I mean, I'm not trying to trash talk them or anything like that, but everybody knows how they plotted to take Jordyn Woods down after the whole drama that happened in 2019.
Changed. And if we don't make it known, then we're f***ing pussies. You need to scare the living daylights.
Yes, and of all the sisters, Khloe seemed to be doing the most, and she expressed it in this scene of their show.
I are crazy close to one another. I mean, we've always been, but I do not have a relationship with Dream's mom. It's just hard to have a relationship with someone when they sue you for hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well, reports resurfaced that Kardashians tried to settle behind the scenes, but Chyna wasn't having it. She made it clear she wanted to take them down into the court and refused every offer to settle quietly. She pushed for a full trial, but then when the verdict came in finally, things did not swing her way, and she ended up losing the whole case. I know her refusing to settle is eating her up alive daily, but the interesting thing is that even though she didn't win, she had thousands of people on her side, and they threw a lot of hate at the Kardashians for weeks. For example, this person said, "I hate the Kardashians and Jenner trying to lose and broke my heart. They neglected so many black women over the years that I just wanted someone to come up over them once." So, like I said, Khloe definitely held a grudge over this, but she never tried to hide it either, because she spoke about it over and over again, making it clear that she wasn't open to even trying to build a relationship